Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I want to share with you guys another great product for your smart home. Now, you guys know that I am kind of a little bit paranoid when it comes to protecting the things that I have, that I've worked hard for. You guys know that if you've been watching me for a while, I have a pretty elaborate smart home, a lot of smart tech, a lot of technology, a lot of assistance, stereo equipment, lots of cool stuff like that. And yeah, I like to have the peace of mind of layered security, whether that be security lights, a beefed up door frame, an alarm system, security cameras, etc., etc. So the camera I want to share with you guys today is another security camera by a company called E-Link Smart. And I've reviewed a couple of their products in the past. They were nice to send me two of their brand new fingerprint biometric padlocks. If you guys have been watching me for a while, I did review a biometric padlock a couple weeks ago, but these are a lot larger and a lot more substantial than the original one that I reviewed. So I will review those at a later date, so stay tuned for those. A great way if you have a locker, something that's not really super high risk or that you're looking to protect, because if you really want to, there's locks and there's locks. So this is something that would be great for like a gym locker, something that you're not, that there is, I guess, a presence around where you don't have to worry about somebody trying to snip it off. But it's a really convenient way. This is something that, like, for instance, at my previous job, we had lockers there. I basically just kept the coat, maybe my lunch in there. Nothing of really concern, but I didn't want anybody popping in there and going through my stuff. So this is a great, really quick way to lock your locker. So again, stay tuned for that. But they reached out to me again. They sent me to date several different products. They sent me a baby cam, a pan tilt baby cam that I have up at my folks' house. It's technically an indoor cam, but I used it outside, kind of a covered awning, just to I just wanted to test an indoor cam outside. And I have so many cameras in my house that I really didn't have a use for it, so I put it up there. But I did, when they emailed me about the locks, I did notice they had a security cam that I wanted to check out. And there's basically several different security cams. You have plug-in Wi-Fi cams. You have, again, there's pan, tilt, zoom. You have all different kinds of cameras out there. You have power over Ethernet, which I have power over Ethernet. I have Wi-Fi. And, of course, you have battery-powered cams. And battery-powered cams basically are, they all have their pros and cons. The nice thing about battery cam, you don't have to worry about plugging it in. Bad thing about it, naturally, you have to charge it. So I always recommend that anytime you're going to get a battery-powered cam, invest in getting a solar panel for them. It's a little bit clunkier. You have to, hide the solar panel, put it in a spot where it's not going to look too out of place. But it definitely will prevent you from having to go and take the camera down and recharge it. So I have a Reolink cam in my backyard that I'm using a solar panel on, and you can definitely use one of their solar panels on pretty much any micro USB camera. But let's talk about the camera they sent me today. Now, this is it right here. This is a battery-powered camera. It does come with the standard kind of wall mount or bracket. This is very similar with the Zomato cams have as well. You can use this on your own bracket or tripod depending on where you want to mount this. It does look like it has a recession on the back here, and it didn't come with any kind of mount for this. And what this looks like is very similar to what some of the Arlo cams have and the Reolink cam, which is like a magnetic mount that basically you just put the magnetic mount, screw it into where you're going to mount it, and this thing just basically is a magnet that basically just kind of sticks to that mount. I didn't use that on my other battery-powered cam just because I feel like it's very easy to come up and just steal it, Somebody were to run up and just grab it. They don't have to deal with unscrewing anything, although this would be pretty quick too, but I don't know, it's just kind of a mental thing. So let's talk a little bit about this camera. Now, you do have two speakers on this camera, one on each side, although it does look like the other side is actually a fake. So keep in mind, if you do get this, there is one speaker on the side. You have a microphone right in the front, and of course a battery built in. I'm not sure if the battery is actually removable should you need to replace it. On my Reolink camera, the battery pops off very easily. If you do need to replace it, it's a piece of cake. Whereas this, I think the battery is completely built inside the camera itself, which isn't a big deal as long as you don't run the camera down and let it set for too long with the battery completely dead, because that will destroy any battery. So you can probably replace that, but I'm not really sure how. These do look like there's screw holes in the back there, but nothing to be really worried about right off the bat, but just something to consider. As far as the specs on the camera, naturally it's pretty small camera, not as small as like your Arlos, but pretty standard what you'd expect from like a Zomato or a Reolink cam. It does have your lens in the front. You do have infrared night vision, and of course a status light. And how the battery powered cams work is that they conserve their battery power by only coming on and recording and giving you a notification when there's movement. Whereas like my Zomato cams, Wise cams, those are on all the time, constantly sending the feed to the cloud for clips, and of course if you're recording with an onboard micro SD card. This does not have a micro SD card slot. You have a kind of protective weatherproof cover on the bottom. This is where you have your reset button, and of course your micro USB port should you need to charge this, which you will unless you have a solar panel hooked up to this. Again, something to consider. As far as the specifics on this, and it's really weird, if you go to their website, if you click my link, they have the camera on here, but for some reason it's showing the camera, but it's showing the information from the smart padlock. So that's kind of weird. I'm not really sure. They might have accidentally put the wrong listing on here. Let me see if I can find a different one here, because that's really quite strange on why they have that there. And this is directly off their website. That's really weird. So I can really only give you guys my